Hi guys, Zach Abdel here with Envision Media Group. Just taking a quick second to talk to you about the new Facebook Paper app. I'm not sure if you had the opportunity to play with it yet, download it and use it, but it is very interesting in the area of branding and innovation. What I'm coming to you today to talk to you about is the necessity of your brand to continue to innovate so that you can stay relevant to your marketplace, relevant to your tribe, relevant to those who connect to you on a regular basis, those with whom you engage with, and also the necessity of sort of creating a brand and creating modalities that make you relevant and dependent, or to make your tribe dependent on you in the area of relevancy, as it pertains to the connectivity and engagement of your brand as well. So let's talk about Paper. Now you're probably familiar with the traditional Facebook app. And and of course, it's maybe a little bit cumbersome. They've worked on it a lot over the years, and sort of made it streamlined and easy to use. And then they came out with the Messenger app, which operates separately but integrates almost seamlessly with your regular Facebook app. Now introducing Paper. Now, and that's kind of bright there. Sorry, this is my my iPhone 5. A little bit on the bright side. You won't be able to see much. Sorry, but the Facebook Paper app. Let me see back here. Still no. I have to get in the camera. This is not working out. Anyway. Sorry about that. Anyway, we get a chance. Go to facebook.com/paper, and you'll be able to access, and I actually have the link as well in the description of the video. Anyway, so let's talk about the Paper app, and let's talk about why this is important for you on a couple of different fronts for your usage, but also why it's important to you to sort of take notes from what Facebook is doing. The main takeaway here is the note part. Innovate or die. That's one of my mantras that I share with my clients all the time. Innovate or die. There's no reason for your business to remain static, for it to remain placated, to be the same old whatever that people are used to. If you look at McDonald's, McDonald's has updated its brand image several times throughout the years. So has Walmart, so has Starbucks. Constantly sort of reinventing yourself to make yourself not just relevant but fresh, to make sure that you're constantly testing the marketplace and finding out what makes your marketplace not only engage you but enjoy consuming you, enjoy consuming your brand and its aura, its essence, and everything that pertains to why your marketplace engages and purchases and exchanges with you on a regular basis. So Facebook has learned that well, I believe, and they're, and you hear the stories about a certain segment of the populace, Generation Y, whatever the new generation. There's all these acronyms and letters for different generation groups, but you start to hear these things about large numbers of specific age groups or demographics leaving Facebook in exchange for Tumblr or Google Plus or some other medium. Now, while that may be true, and we recommend, and help set up Google Plus and Tumblr and so forth for all of our clients, and they're very important. I believe that Google Plus is going to become extremely relevant as time goes on, taking probably a majority market share in the connectivity space, but that's beside the point. What Facebook is trying to do with Paper is really unique and brilliant in that it is trying to make itself relevant outside of just your regular Facebook stream. If you ever downloaded, I believe it was the Flip app, where it sort of acted like a newspaper, and it made the stream was very visually impactful, and it looked like a newspaper, large graphics, large pictures, and so forth. And that's kind of what the Facebook is doing as well. Now, you can't see this, and I do apologize because it's blurry. You turn at the end there. But you do see, you probably saw a little bit of a transition there, and you can play with this actually on the Facebook website when you go to the slash paper, way too bright. I apologize. It's just not going to work. Anyway, the point is, what I have a large picture at the top, which allows me to swipe through those pictures, and then at the bottom there's sort of a news feed that I can go through, and then I choose the one that I want. It opens up, large graphic, large picture as it opens up, and then it gives me sort of a snippet. The picture is dynamic, so as I rotate my phone left to right, I sort of get the entire panoramic view of the picture there. Which is pretty freaking cool if you ask me. I swipe down, it takes everything back down into the small part there. As I swipe the top, now I have these different categories set up that are outside of Facebook. The main category is the Facebook category. You can't get rid of it, but you can interchange other sections. And those sections, they have headlines, tech, science, flavor, exposure, live, family matters, glow, pride, and so forth and so on. So the ones I have so far is I have Facebook. Of course, you can't get rid of that. The ideas, the planet. I have enterprise, and I have creators, because those are all things that are relevant to me. Ideas, because I'm an adjunct sort of amateur philosopher. I have the Planet app because I enjoy the science aspect of certain things and love being abreast of scientific discoveries and so forth. Enterprise, of course, because I'm a serial entrepreneur, and then creators because of the design aspect of one of my other businesses, or this particular business here, Envision. So those are things that you have there. The other thing you'll notice is that you can create a post. Now, what I'm not sure of is if that, it says you could share it with the world, but I'm not sure if that post becomes global, part of one of those main categories that people can explore if they're just using major brands. But it would be really cool and interesting to find out if there's a way to integrate your blog or your magazine or your content into that data stream. That would be key. That would be killer there. But anyway. But that's the paper app. Now, what is really, really, really innovative about this is that it becomes an app that allows you to access additional news sources instead of just your Facebook timeline. Then, as you access those news sources, then you can quickly blow through them, share them in your Facebook timeline, and of course, if you have other apps connected to your Facebook, and then it'll, of course, distribute it from there. Now, I have not found or have not discovered whether or not this is the level of connectivity with your Facebook fan pages. And at the top, and you'll see when you actually download the app, there is your global notifications. You have access to your messages, which I believe it's still going to open up the message app, which I haven't played with that yet. And then my friend request there. Let me see something. If I were to, no, actually, if you remember. And this is pretty interesting here. If you remember when the Facebook app came out before the last integration, where the Messenger app is separate, it used to pop up a face as you were sending messages as an overlay on the screen. Well, that's exactly what's going on this paper app here. And actually, believe it or not, I enjoy that more than having to go to a separate app in order to message people. So I really enjoy that more. I like that functionality. When they got rid of it, I really I missed it, because I like being able to message, still be in my Facebook stream on my iPad and on my iPhone. So anyway, I think this is a game changer. It's a really engaging application. I think it is going to make and help Facebook become more relevant in that. Now, there's no branding on this app at all. There's no branding application. Like, you don't recognize it as a Facebook application. It has Facebook at the top left, but that's pretty much it. Real thin fonts. None of the traditional things we're used to in the Facebook connectivity in the Facebook app. I'm going to open up one of these stories here, and I want to see something. Okay, so at the bottom I can like, I can comment, and I can also share those little icons there. So some of the similar functionality that you're used to. Whether or not this app is going to replace all of the Facebook apps remains to be seen, especially as pertains to the Pages app. I don't know if that's going to remain a separate app as well. Though it would be cool to be able to have a singular app that allows you to have all of your connectivity, and being able to take the information that you're sharing on your regular Facebook timeline or in your page's timeline, and then upload that and be able to disseminate it across all of your different spheres. Now, one of the problems that I have, and this is something I've been working on for the last couple of years, because I had almost 1,500 personal friends in my Facebook regular Facebook profile, and I'm trying to move them over slowly to my Facebook fan pages. And so my time stream is a little clustered, which the relevancy algorithm that Facebook uses has started cleaning up some, and it's mostly cleaned up, but I'm still having to do a lot of it on my own. But anyway, that's a very brief synopsis of the review of the app. I like it. Look for greater things to come from this. I think they have done a good job. It has the sort of flip book page functionality, a little bit gimmicky, but you know what? It's I don't know, it's cool. I mean, if you had the ability to turn that flip thing off, then you can go into settings. There are the things you can access by being able to swipe down, swipe up, to the left, and to the right. So there's different levels of functionality, touch functionality there in the app itself. Great app. I think it's going in the right direction. I think it's moving Facebook in a direction that's going to make it more relevant as time goes on, especially if you're using an app that's not necessarily Facebook branded, but Facebook integrated, created by Facebook, that helps you maintain connectivity, but also exposure to the outside world. Very, very, very brilliant. Key takeaway, like I said at the beginning of the video, innovate or die. Innovate or die. If you are not innovating from your brand perspective, if you're not reinventing your logo, if you're not reinventing your feel, your theme, your genre, your colors, then you're pretty much going to remain stagnant and still. You've got to test, you've got to reach out, you've got to find new and innovative ways to connect with your marketplace, to connect with your audience, to keep people engaged, and to keep them raving and loyal fans. I am Zach Abdel, and here is to your enduring and continued success. Have a good one.